Okay, excellent. Yeah, we can start. So 2 movies this time,
Yeah, double feature.
both kind of like character-driven movies, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
like them both. And
you like
one
them
of them
both?
asked the yeah, I did. And one of them asked the question, how many people is it moral to kill?
That's what I was thinking as well earlier. I was like, wait a second, she really by the end, she like really racks up the body count. And of course, we're talking about the movie Lady Macbeth with your favorite Florence Pugh
Yeah, my
playing
newfound favorite.
the main character, Catherine. So it is from a little while ago, and I chose this movie because it's one of my favorite performances by her in particular, because I actually am a fan of Miss Pugh, unlike certain people. But
Well, I mean, yeah. She's pretty good. She's pretty good.
she's pretty good. She's all right.
Yeah.
She's one
I
of
mean,
the better ones of late.
if I can to front load a little bit of my, I think she is sort of the weak point in this movie, to be quite
That's
honest.
so rude. That's so
Yeah.
rude. See, I
But
think Cosmo Jarvis is a little bit of the weak point, but in that,
oh yeah,
yeah, there's something about his acting that I never quite relate with. It's like why I couldn't really get into Shogun. You know that movie,
oh,
that TV show?
I
He's
mean, I've
plays
heard
the
of it.
main
I haven't
character.
watched it yet, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's an okay actor. I
I feel
don't ever really
he
believe
didn't
him.
stand out to me really. Like I think the thing is like everyone else seemed quite cohesive. And I mean Florence Pugh was
Yeah.
pretty good too, but she's so modern. I don't know. You know,
I don't
that's
understand why you think that because she's almost always in like period pieces.
I know, but like she's just like she doesn't strike me as a period kind of person, period piece kind of person. But she is. You're
I
right.
wonder
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. So when did you first watch this?
Maybe a year or so ago. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I had only just came across it randomly, probably on Letterbox. It's usually where a lot of new movies to watch. And I had never heard of the novella it was based on either, to
Yeah,
be
me neither.
honest.
I
But I
just
do want to read it now. I'm
yeah, it sounds
curious
interesting.
what it's like.
Because it's like
Yeah,
a
I
Russian
like.
novella, right? Like late
Yeah, it
19th
says
century.
1865 novella, Lady Macbeth of, I'm gonna butcher this, Mixinsk district.
Oh,
Sorry about
it sounds
that.
perfect to me.
Yeah, by Nikolai Leskov. Yeah, so I mean, it's based on that book, and it looks like it was made in 2016. So it's actually quite old right now. It's like 10 years old,
Oh my god, yeah.
which it makes sense because she does look quite young in this. The actress, Florence Pugh.
Hmm.
So there's not really a lot of actual characters in the show, and there's like a limited sort of scope for like the setting as well. It's all kind of set in this house in this
Yeah,
one area, which I did like that because I feel like it made it very grounded, and I think they had like an actual real house in
yeah,
the
that's true.
area.
I do really like that too. Like I like stories that they don't have to be like super grand, you know. And I think they really
Yeah,
did well with that. Like it's just and it's a little bit like you know the moors kind of like north of England. Uh,
yeah,
and I mean it's
I
very
do think.
much evokes like Wuthering Heights or something like that.
For sure. I do think the setting helps with the kind of temperature of the movie too, for sure. It feels kind of oppressive, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's so
Which
lonely, right? You're just
yeah.
completely away from everyone, and everything outside is a little bit hostile.
For
Yeah.
sure. And so I guess we can go through like the basic plot of the movie. Would you like me to do it or would you like to?
No, please, you can lay it out.
All right, and you'll do our second feature. So in this movie, the young lady Catherine, played by Florence Pugh, it's kind of starts out with her getting married in a church to this kind of older guy, um, which I get was normal for the time. And they kind of live in this grand house, kind of in the north of England. It says rural Northumberland,
Mm.
and so the man that she's married to doesn't really seem to like her actually
Yeah, he does. No,
at all.
definitely not. Yeah.
And I'm not really sure if they were trying to get, well, at first I thought it was because maybe he was gay or something, but then the ending kind of throws that into question. I'm not
Yeah,
really sure
that's true.
why.
I feel like because there is like a very awkward scene. I mean, at the start of it, I think it like really sets it up very well, right? Like both
Hmm.
this kind of oddness of it, and also like how she's suffering, right? But maybe to
Yeah,
come to the awkward scene is like there is like a sex scene, sort of, but
yeah,
like they don't like consummate the marriage ever, right? But
no,
what he
yeah,
does is like he's just getting her to stand naked with her back towards
yeah,
him, and he masturbates, right? And
yeah,
it's very very uncomfortable, and so you're kind of like,
yeah, for
okay, this
sure.
guy has massive hang-ups. You know.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just because maybe he was forced into this marriage and he didn't want to be, and so he resented her because of that, I guess, would
I
be
feel
my
like that's
guess.
probably like one of the readings towards the end, because I mean, I don't know if you want to like spoil it from the start, but like it does turn out that he had a relationship with someone
Yeah.
else,
Yeah,
and
so that took me
like,
by surprise because I just completely thought he was gay or something. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just my modern take on everything. I'm like, he must be gay.
well, I didn't think he was gay, definitely, because he's like kind of using her body as like jerk off material, more or less. So I just thought he was like something was weird with him, right? Like
Yeah.
it felt like fetishy almost, right?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I guess like we don't know, right? Like this, it's up to interpretation, but we kind of find out that that woman he liked or was with,
Mhm.
we know this because they have a child together, right?
Yeah.
She's dead, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that alone is probably the hang up. He loved someone else. She died, and he's like
Yeah.
he's not happy, uh,
Yeah.
understandably. And then like what we also find out is obviously Florence Pugh's character Catherine is kind of like pushed into this marriage, but the son or her husband is also pushed into it, right? Like there's this very
Yeah.
overpowering patriarch who has like very specific ideas of how everything should be, how his son should behave, but also how
Yeah.
his daughter-in-law should behave. And that's just kind of like neither of these people are like happy. Like clearly
Yeah.
the husband has more power, but like he's not happy with
But
his
he's
lot in life either.
also, yeah, that's a very good point. And I think that's really what they were trying to get at. Like, no one's really happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I mean, they it kind of focuses on her, but everyone around her is also not really all that lot in like just her.
yeah. I mean, even the guy who definitely has like the most power, which is the father, right? Like he's just a grumpy git, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, maybe he had the same problem. Maybe he had to do it, and he's like one of those people that's like, I had to go through this. You have to go through this too.
it feels
So,
definitely like he's super tradition. Like he's like, this is how it's done. You're
yeah,
like we see him with like his friends and stuff, and uh, it's just all very very awkward, very hierarchical. I think like that's really the theme of the whole. Well, one of the underlying themes of the whole movie is the hierarchy, right? Because
yeah,
it's constantly present. Like between
Yeah.
everyone, which is like it's very very real for the time in England for sure. But everyone
Yeah.
knows like the status, and the status really defines absolutely everything in their interactions, which is
Yeah.
very confining. And I mean, she acts out like, yeah. At first, like pushing against things, which I think, like we as a modern audience, is like, okay, this is understandable, right? But clearly, it gets worse and worse.
It
Yeah,
kind of escalates a little
yeah,
bit. Yeah, so like you said, there's a hierarchy, and the at the rung below this woman is probably the man she starts an affair with. The one played by Cosmo Jarvis.
Hmm.
Forget his name. Um,
Sebastian, I think.
yeah, and so he is kind of a rung below her, and even below him would be the maid, right? So
Yeah,
I think you're right. You can kind of see a clear like hierarchy going down from the father patriarch to the son to her, but even below her are these two other individuals that are being kind of used within this story and her kind of exploration of acting out and seeing how far she can kind of push her freedom.
yeah. And I think like
Yeah.
what I quite liked at the start is the movie really makes us feel this kind of like how boxed in she is, how boring it is, right? Like, there's this
Hmm.
scene, it's just like there's not much music at all in the movie, which I also quite
Yeah.
liked. It's just like it lets you experience it and doesn't really play with your emotion through the musical choices. And so there's just this
Yeah.
scene, which is like, I don't know, like a minute or something like that. Her sitting on the couch, having to
Hmm.
sit on the couch. No one's at home. And but the
Yeah.
father's like, well, you're the woman, like you're the lady
This
of
is
the
what you.
house. This is what you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And they didn't want her going outside either, which I thought was
yeah,
wild.
yeah,
But
which was very, very bad, like very oppressive. But then what's
yeah.
really starts off the plot is that like the two people who have the power over her like leave, right? And she kind of
Yeah.
is alone finally.
She's
And
alone to kind of do what she wants because she's at the top of the hierarchy once they leave, and she can kind of have a little bit more freedom since they're gone. And she does that by, like I said, taking up with, I don't know what he is on the, is he just a worker on the farm, I guess?
yeah,
The
something like
estate?
that. Some sort of
And we're kind of,
stable boy kind of thing situation.
yeah, we're introduced to him in like a weird scene, I
Yeah.
thought, of them like weighing, quote unquote, the maid like she was like a cow or a pig or something.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
was
that was
really
such a weird
strange.
scene.
Like, was
Yeah.
this like a prelude to like a gang rape kind of situation? What was what was
Yeah,
happening, right? It felt very, yeah, scary, right? And
for
she's
sure.
kind of standing up for the maid and just put her down, right?
Yeah.
But then you have like this kind of weird interaction again because she's clearly attracted to this guy, right?
Yeah.
Almost immediately, who's like
Yeah.
a bad guy acting out, and she's like, "How much do you think I would weigh?" Right? And he picks her up and stuff like that. So it's very like an interesting dynamic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was awkward. It made me feel weird. I didn't know what to think about it. I really liked the scene, and I'm glad they included it, but it did feel weird. Just
yeah,
like, but I mean, I can see that. I mean, she's a young woman. She's very young still.
yeah.
Her brain's still developing. Of course, she's gonna like have weird thoughts about men like that. I think, and things that she knows she's not supposed to be doing, and things like that. Mm.
Yeah, I mean,
So, I
especially
mean, it
because like
makes
her
sense.
husband is showing her absolutely no like affection or like they're
Yeah.
doing nothing sexual. She's probably like she's interested, but has her own hang-ups or whatever. And
Yeah.
so it's just like this weird scene where I mean, I think generally, I mean, even nowadays, but like back then, right? Like the sexuality of women must have been gone through like this really strange prism of like this hierarchy where you're like, these
Yeah.
men are above you. That's what you know. Then you're like, are you supposed to enjoy sex? Are you not? And like it's kind of like mixed in with obviously the biological desire. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
So I
Yeah.
think they did this really well actually. And so I mean, she starts like basically an affair with him.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
but is
so that kind
yep.
of escalates really quickly, I feel like, and she starts, like, drinking all of the wine and
Mm,
going outside like she wants to and things like that when the father-in-law comes back home.
yeah, yeah. She sort of like for the time she like forgets almost like that there's two people above her in the hierarchy, sort of,
Yeah.
right? And she's just like, well, I this is what I do now. She kind of like turns into the owner of the house, you know, while they're
Yeah,
gone, and she
which
has like
honestly,
her.
can't blame her. I'd do the same thing, I'm not gonna lie. You know, if,
Well,
you know, they say the mice away, the cat's away, the mice will play, is that what they say? So,
I mean,
all the
I
mice
think
are
that
playing around.
definitely, right? But like I feel like to a degree where you're like, I mean, the shoe has gone is going to drop, right? Like
Yeah,
that's kind of
that's true. They were being very blatant about it, so much so that, like, the maid is, like, tattling on her a bit,
well. So
and that's
this
actually
is the
could be
other
why
thing,
Boris returns home.
possibly. Yeah, I mean, like I obviously he was going to return home at some point. Like it wasn't going
Yeah,
to be that. There was, I
forever,
think, not
yeah.
exactly. I mean, the thing is, it's interesting. The maid is a very interesting character because she
Mm.
knows all about this, and Catherine doesn't give a shit, right? Like she's super
Yeah,
open about this. That's
yeah,
because she thinks like she's below her, I guess, or like it's
yeah.
hard to really tell. But in one scene, and I mean, they didn't really go down that uh, rabbit hole at all. But um, the maid clearly talked to her pastor about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume this is some sort of Anglican, but maybe they also have uh, like if it was Catholic, it's super understandable, I think,
I
because
mean,
you
at this
just
point, they're probably very similar, right? Like,
probably there
Anglican
might be
Church
a
are basically just this very similar things to
yeah. I mean,
the
I feel like the
church, I think.
implication was basically that she confessed to the pastor,
Yeah,
right? To
yeah,
possibly absolve her sins because she's super conflicted about it, right? She's like, well, I have
yeah,
this duty to my mistress, and then I have duty to God, and all of this. Yeah.
and she works for her husband, technically,
Right. Yeah.
so she also has a kind of duty to him as well. So, in any case, that kind of all escalates with, like, the father-in-law coming back and beating her paramour and locking him up, and she basically just kills him. She poisons his food, lets him just choke to death,
Yeah.
which I thought was
Wi-
like a very interesting scene. And they just kind of all sit back down at the table and continue eating. I think it's just showing kind of like how far she's gone, where it doesn't even register that she's kind of done anything wrong, kind of.
yeah. I mean,
She's just kind of
it
like,
is shocking. She's just like, I want to continue this, and
yeah,
and she does it again in front of the maid, right? Like the maid
yeah,
knows what's happening, and I think this is the point, sort of. I think for everyone, uh, where it crosses over into wow, okay, she's gone off the deep end, right? Like before, you're
yeah,
like, definitely with our modern sensibilities. Clearly, the maid was more
yeah,
conflicted, but we were like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, the guy is hot. The other one doesn't really want to
yeah,
fuck her, anyways. What's the harm in
yeah,
all of this? you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but then like killing someone, it's just like so shocking. It's like an escalation, and that's also when the
Yeah,
maid
it's a
stops talking, right?
yeah, that was very interesting. She becomes mute and
Yeah,
they continue their affair very openly still.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. I mean, I do think this kind of her turning mute is interesting. I feel like this maid character is super super interesting to look at. Like it what her because she's kind of like this observer of everything, right?
Yeah.
And like she gets treated in such odd ways by her, sometimes kindly, sometimes like really abused, you know?
Yeah.
And like with her turning mute, it's just like it really shows how jarring it is, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like with kind of modern, again, like modern sensibilities, we're like, oh, someone gets killed on TV and on in the movie, you know, well, shit happens, kind of situation, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's so ubiquitous now. We're kind of
Yeah.
confronted with so much violence
Yeah, and I feel like it really
on the
drives home
regular.
the impact by having her being like she like cries, she can't speak
Yeah.
anymore afterwards. She's like completely um it's sort of like a Dorian Gray kind of situation, right? Like as
Yeah.
Catherine gets worse and worse, like
Yeah.
like she just deteriorates, the maid deteriorates like at the
Yeah.
same time.
It's a
But yeah,
good
please.
kind of dichotomy to show like just how wild her lack of response to these sort of bad things that she's doing is, I think.
Exactly.
I think it's just to show, you know, how kind of almost sociopathic she becomes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she does definitely, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah. It's because
self-preserving and does not care
yeah,
about other people.
yeah. And so of course the husband also comes home, right?
Yeah,
And he also knows about her affair, of course, because,
everyone seems to
they're
know.
not
Like, I mean, there is like a
secretive.
yeah, a whisper network where I mean, the pastor knows, the
Yeah.
maid. I guess everyone just kind of can tell that something is wrong, which I think is like it's actually pretty realistic, right? I was watching a lot of stuff about Pride and Prejudice and generally Jane Austen, and like servants just knew everything, right? Like 'cause they
Oh,
were
yeah.
treated as furniture basically, and
Oh,
so
yeah, it's that whole Downton Abbey thing. Isn't that
right,
some
yeah.
like what they talk about? I'm not sure. I don't really watch that show, but the upstairs downstairs thing, like because they're just there, they're like wall dressing almost.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you can really see this how they are not considered by the people who are above them in the
Yeah.
hierarchy. Even though, like, I mean, this is very small town kind of hierarchy already, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very interesting. Like, we're not talking about kings or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's very interesting that they're so open about the affair. It's almost like she wanted to get caught because I imagine a lot of this happened back then. Like people had affairs, of course,
yeah.
and outside of like the king, like Henry VIII, people weren't really that, you know, always that open about. Maybe the king of France, I guess, too, had his own mistress,
Well,
like
yeah. I mean,
as
like,
a position. But
I mean,
like
there
it was
definitely
like
was like a
unusual for the woman, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was a gender divide, right? Like, I think, for example, like men could definitely have affairs, right? Like, maybe they weren't
Yeah.
like super open about this. But if a woman had an affair, sure, they also had affairs, right? But if it becomes like a problem, then you can actually have
Yeah.
a divorce, which I think, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I just heard about this recently, but it's very complicated. But the thing is, then for the woman, right? Like she's like completely screwed socially, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's just a like complicated situation. But yeah, you were saying like so the husband came back, right? But I think that scene was also very interesting, right? Because it was nighttime when he came back,
Yeah.
and she was with her lover, you know.
Yeah. In their
So
room.
it all just happens very quickly. Uh,
Yeah.
so okay, so she basically hears that the husband comes back because the horse arrives. So she's like getting her lover into the closet. It's very very interesting. It's like what should we do? And the guy. So the husband comes back and he knows. He's like, do you think they wouldn't know? Like he's not mad about her. I think he doesn't really care that she's fucking someone else.
Yeah.
Like it really seems like what he doesn't like is that she's doing it so openly. He's
Yeah,
like,
I really think if she hadn't done it so brazenly, it really wouldn't have turned out like this,
yeah,
was in a lot of situations, that is what was so upsetting to a lot of people, is that other people knew your business and what was going on with your family.
Yeah, exactly.
It
He's like,
wasn't really the infidelity.
I
Yeah.
don't want people to talk about me, and like I'm fucking 3 counties over, and I hear about my wife, fucking the stable boy. That's not cool. Do it more quietly, kind of. But
Exactly.
clearly, so it escalates, right? And she kind of, and I think it's mirroring like the first scene where he masturbated to her.
Yeah.
She gets like her lover out, and they start like having sex in front of him, right?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
she's like really clearly, it's like it's very
He's
very
making eye
cuck.
contact with them.
Yeah, yeah, it's super
As
cuck
she's
brained.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But like she's doing the contact, like the eye contact, right? Like he kind of gets mad.
Mhm.
He's like confused, right? But the saber boy is just a tool for her there, right? Like he's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
yeah.
happening, kind of situation.
I felt bad for him so
Yeah,
much. He didn't know what to think.
yeah. He was clearly like a little stupid. I mean, he wasn't a nice guy either, right? Like the initial scene
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
gave us
He's
away.
such a weird character because I feel like he has some responsibility to take for a lot of it too. Because,
Maybe
you
like
know,
that's the question, right? Like if we try to analyze a like the power difference, right? He
yeah.
definitely has less power difference. He has some in because he's a man, but like
Yeah.
he's completely at her mercy in a lot most of the other ways, right? Which we find out at the very end, um, very clearly. And then also like he's definitely like he wants to fuck her, right? But he
Yeah.
doesn't really want to kill nobody. I mean, he's
Well,
conflicted like about
I mean,
things.
at first he didn't, I don't think. And I don't think he really thought it through because he does tell because so essentially they kill their her husband because he starts clawing at him and
Yeah,
she hits him over the head. So
but
technically
he
she
doesn't.
kills him.
She kills him, right?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't kill
Yeah.
him. He's not. I mean, he never killed
He's just
anyone,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, um,
And so but he she does make him bury the body and his
yeah,
horse for some reason, which I thought was upsetting. I don't like to see animals killed in movies
yeah. I mean, I
for
think it
some
makes sense
reason.
for the plot, and like also like the horse is what you
Yeah.
see like decaying over the rest of the film. It is
Yeah.
supposed to be upsetting, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. But again, this
So
is
like
like this other escalation, right? Like the
yeah.
the poisoning is kind of like it's a bit separate. Like the guy's old, he's really awful,
Yeah.
right? But now this is like
Yeah.
in the heat of the moment. I forget. Like she used a poker or something like that to really bash his head in, right? Like it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
something really visceral and brutal.
Violent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But then
she's escalating pretty quickly.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it goes from so quiet and like nothing to like just escalation, escalation, right? And now
Yeah.
she's just like she's living as if like, well, this is my place. I have my lover in the main bedroom. Like, this is just how
Mhm.
we live now. My husband will never come back. I know that for sure. Everyone else, I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she starts dressing up her lover in, like, nice clothes too, which I thought was
yeah.
interesting. And of, like, make pretend that
Now the thing
he's
is, if she if like the next wrinkle hadn't come up, right, which we're going to talk about in a
Mhm.
second, would she have gotten away with ever? Well,
I think
would
she
would
would have for a while.
like
I
what
do.
would be like the recourse, right? Like she would be the lady, I think. I mean, I don't know what the law is. Maybe someone else would have to inherit it, or
I'm not
but
sure unless they didn't have, like he didn't have any brothers or anything
yeah,
like that, it
yeah,
probably, would have all gone to her. But because this man had a child out of wedlock with someone else, uh, who they eventually take in because the young boy's what is it? His grandmother brings him to the house
his grandmother, yeah,
and is like, "Yeah, look, this is who gets to inherit." everything because they say what's his name goes missing, the husband.
Yeah. I
So
forget the
they
name
take
too.
in, yeah,
Is it
I just said the
Lester or something
husband.
like
Yeah,
that? Like the
I
last
don't know,
name? I
something
forget.
like that. Yeah, and so they bring in his child, and Catherine takes him in, you know,
Well, she kind
because
of, like,
I
that's
don't
the
even
thing.
know if
Like, it's
she
the
had to though,
no. I think she has
because
to.
he was
Like, it
technically
sounded.
a bastard.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how that worked back then.
I mean, it felt like I don't know all the rules for that back then, but the way that they set it up, it sounded basically like he is going to be who inherits ultimately.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he was his ward, he's his son. We know this. He accepted him or whatever. Sure, he's like 6 years old or whatever. But like as
yeah,
he grows up, he's getting all of this, and it's going to be like an oppressive situation for you again, sort of. Which,
yeah,
but it was this interesting thing because like that young kid, like he really liked her, right? Like he was like, "Oh,
yeah.
you're so
And it kind of
beautiful."
seemed like she liked him too at first, but her paramour begins to be like, "Well, this sucks because I have to go back outside and live outside in the stables,
Yeah, I mean, I
and he doesn't have time for him anymore, and she can't just be as open about it like she was. They kind of have to go back to hiding, which they
yeah,
haven't
exactly.
really had to do before, you know."
Yeah, I mean, I think like the new is like the grandmother of that ward who becomes like the person who's
Hmm.
like pushing at Catherine's freedoms, and is like, well, shouldn't he be in the main bedroom, etc. And so I think that's actually like it's true that Stable Boy was like the situation sucks, I don't like this or whatever, right?
Yeah,
But I do think
and
that in my reading, it is really Catherine who's the driving force, and like what changes it for her is when she's being like thrown out of the master bedroom and she's like, oh, okay, I'm going into the subservient position again. That's how
see,
how
I
I
thought it
read
was
it.
when her lover threatens to leave because so she yells at the child and the child runs off, right, and gets
Yeah,
lost or
yeah.
something, and the guy she's having an affair with rescues him, but he admits like he was gonna push him into a waterfall, or he thought about it anyways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
No,
so he's like, "Well, I'm thinking about murdering somebody. This is not good. I should go before I do anything." And she's like, "No, don't go. I'll do anything you want." And so she does
well,
anything he she thought he wanted, and what she also wanted to do as well anyway, probably. But like, I almost was like, for a second there though, you're like, does she like the child? And the jilted lover is like jealous of him. I'm not really sure. It
well, I
kind of
think
felt
he
like that
was
just for a brief
unhappy
moment.
of his situation. But what I think is like what changed for her is like when she gets this more oppressive thing, she like starts resenting the kid more and more, and then she yells at him, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
so I think like the way that I read the situation is like when the kid ran away, she was kind of like, hopefully he dies, like that would be
yeah.
nice. And so I
That
was
would
more
really
like
clear
the
up a lot of things for me.
yeah, yeah.
Just
And
getting
so I
come
felt
back.
like the her lover, right? Like Sebastian, he was like he admits how he's like this would fix it if I like because he finds him at that waterfall and he's like I could push him
Yeah,
down or whatever, right? But there he has like this kind of morality where it's like I can't cross
yeah,
that line, you know?
yeah,
And but then like when they come back, like so he finds the kid and he saves him and like God, people are awful to him, right? For even finding
yeah.
finding the kid. It's just
Very
like all of
funny.
this is like the hierarchy of everything is like so palpable, right? This is so clearly like the antagonist of the film, like the other antagonist of the film.
Yeah,
But so the kid is like kind of sickly, but not like not going to die sickly, right?
yeah. Probably
But now
not. Yeah,
Catherine is kind of like, okay, this is my opportunity, like, and she's maybe a little bit conflicted, but she is the one who decides we're going to kill the kid, right?
Yeah, so she can keep what she wanted, which was her relationship with this
Yeah.
her
Yeah, the
status,
relationship.
and
I mean, I
her
think
ability to
everything.
do whatever she wanted, her freedom, you know.
Yeah, because I do think like definitely a relationship is part of it, but that's not like all of
The
it, right?
whole thing,
Maybe not
yeah,
even the
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so they do like I think she do it, or like he holds the kid down and
I think
she
he kinda
smothers him.
holds him, and she's the one that puts the pillow over it,
Yeah, and they
whatever,
literally
and
like
smothers
smother the
him.
kid to that, which I feel like also another escalation. You know, first old man with
Yeah,
poison, then
yeah,
like
and the
fight
husband.
husband, and now we're smothering innocent children in their beds.
Yeah, and, she's bringing him into it too, which I thought was, you know, horrific, because he had already talked about having, like, moral qualms and, like, feeling bad and guilty about even thinking about it, and now he's participating in it because she kind of wants him to, and like you said, because of the power dynamic, did he feel kind of obligated to do that, you know?
I mean, that is really the question, right? Like, I feel like there's so little agency that the servants have, like compared to even her.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to say. But either way, right? Like, so they find out the kid is dead, and this is the other thing. Like, she probably would have gotten away with that too, right?
Mhm.
But then like her lover comes back and is like, she killed him. We in front
Yeah.
of everyone. It's really interesting how uh like there would have been a lot of options, but then everything gets like kind of worse for her again. And I feel like at this point you're kind of, I mean, it could go either way, but you're like, okay, he admitted that she killed him, right?
Yeah.
And we get
Well,
like this
him
kind of
and the other people too, I think. Didn't he also admit, like, about the
yeah,
husband
yeah, yeah.
as well?
I think
Remember, yeah.
he said everything, right? More,
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about that anymore. But like, it's kind of like, okay, there's a guy. He comes back after he had saved the kid, and he just admits
Mhm.
it that like
Yeah.
they two together killed the kid, which is the question at the
Yeah.
moment,
I
right?
mean, it didn't even take very long. He was like, right away, he was like, "I gotta confess."
Yeah.
And she would've just kept on going on. She didn't have, like, the same sort of
No, I mean
emotional
that's the thing.
turmoil quite like that he had.
Like she's a psychopath. Like she literally
Yeah.
is, right? Like she has absolutely no
It's
qualms with that.
it's
She
like you
wants.
could tell she was like, "Oh, this sucks. I don't really want to have to kill a child, but I will."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. It's like
She's not like the
she.
Joker where she's just like, "Ah, kill everybody," but she
No,
kinda is. She does end up killing everybody.
well, I like. I mean, obviously, the Joker is like an interesting kind of archetype in the sense of like this chaotic violence, but she's like incredibly
Yeah,
selfish, right? She's just like,
yeah,
well, what benefits me the most in this situation?
yeah.
Yeah. And she kind of like she's been like
Very.
probing at this kind of things, and so the very last wrinkle of that story, which again like the hierarchy is so important, right? She,
Mhm.
even though he confesses, even though she's the one who benefits all the time, she can be just like, he's lying, he killed her, he
With
killed the
with
kid
with the maid.
with the maid, right? And she's using like
Ropes
this
her
power
into it too.
imbalance she has over her.
Yeah,
Because so here's the other thing, right? Because like the maid could have possibly said no, right?
yeah,
But she's mute. She's like completely resigned to her fate almost. She's just like
yeah. I don't even think, though, if she had said anything, they still would have believed two people like that over her,
they might
you
not have
know?
like in reality, but like the way the movie frames it is like they are
She
asking
can't
her to
even
tell the truth, right? Like
Yeah,
they're
she can't
like,
even
oh,
stand up for herself.
exactly. She can't even like it's so overpowering, like kind of like
Yeah.
the damage she has done to her
Mhm.
that like they're like, what is the truth? Please tell us. Like the inspector is like, you tell us the truth, right? And maybe she
Yeah.
like, I guess you could read it as like, well, even if I tell the truth, it doesn't matter, or she can't because of
Yeah.
like the trauma she has, or whatever, right? But the
Yeah.
framing I got initially is like, okay, if she says now, I saw her kill her or whatever, right? I saw her
Mhm.
kill these people, then Catherine's fucked. Like she's
Yeah.
also fucked at least. Maybe the maid is fucked as well, but like Catherine's also fucked.
Mm.
That's at least how I feel like it was framed, because like the only thing Catherine's doing is like kind of staring her down, right?
Yeah.
And so like the I don't know if it was the last scene, but then the scene is basically like them being carted off, the lover
Started
and the
off.
maid,
Yeah.
to, I guess, a hanging. Like that's what we're
Yeah.
assuming.
That's what I assumed. Yeah.
Yeah.
To their deaths. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And
wild. And then kind of just looking up and the woman just still not able to say anything and just kind of like dissociating completely. It's
yeah.
just like gone. Yeah.
And
It was
it's
a wild scene.
it was, yeah. I mean, this whole movie is really well done. It was really good. Like I really liked it a lot.
Hmm.
And then wait, I mean, I watched it a couple of weeks ago. There's like another. It's the last scene, her on that couch
Hmm.
again, right?
Yeah, it kind of goes back to the beginning, right?
Yeah,
She's on the couch.
she's like the actual mistress of the house now, right? But she's also
Yeah,
just sitting like,
sitting
oh,
alone by herself
yeah.
with
Oh, it
her
was so
with her
interesting.
lover's child because she also got pregnant at some point.
Oh yeah. That's right. Ah, that's true.
And so
That is another wrinkle. Yeah.
yeah, so she's just kind of sitting there and staring off into space like she was doing at the beginning. So did she really accomplish anything? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I guess I think so. Like she got out comparatively unscathed to all the other characters.
Compared to the other two, but is she any
Well,
happier?
compared to the other two who are going to be hanged, compared to the kid, compared to the
Yeah.
husband, the father,
She racks up so many bodies if you count the last two, which I do. I think I mean she essentially murdered them by proxy,
No,
the
it's
the
definitely
lover
her
and the
fault
maid. So
for
she how
sure.
many is that? Like 5 people?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
5 people and a
And
horse.
and a horse. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a monster.
yeah. I feel like maybe she could have been like, "Oh, look, the horse came back. I guess my husband must have
Mhm.
fallen off and died."
Yeah, but it knew the way home.
Yeah. Yeah. But in
But
the heat
yeah,
of the moment, sometimes you kill a horse.
sometimes you just have to. But I just really like how you start out the movie and you're like, I like this woman, and by the end you're just like, oh my god, what a monster.
Yeah,
You think it's
yeah,
going to be a movie about feminism, but it's not. It's like what you said. It's about like hierarchy and the intersectionality of it all,
yeah.
and
It's very girl
uh
bossing
class
her.
consciousness and things. Yeah, she's
No.
she's she's not the hero you think she's going to be at the beginning.
Yeah, no, it goes a different way. Although I feel like, with the title Lady Macbeth, you could kind of imagine that
Yeah,
perhaps something
she was
unseemly
going
might
to be up
happen.
to something. Yeah.
Yeah. What I was thinking,
Yeah.
like one point, because you were just saying the intersectionality. One thing I found quite interesting is, right, like this is like it's pretty colorblind casting, I think, in a way,
Yeah.
right? But
What? Yeah.
um, so like definitely there are like black people in there and there's white people, right? But that's not what determines the hierarchy between them, really. Like
No.
it's very like the status based thing. Like clearly the maid is a black
I don't
woman.
know. I took it as both because I didn't see it. I didn't know if it was colorblind casting
But I don't
because
know if
the
it's
two
colorblind
minorities
casting.
were the slaves. I think Cosmo
Well,
Jarvis is
except for the ward,
a minority.
right?
Who was the? Remember who played?
Like the kid, I think it was a black kid who's like the
Oh, that's
new
right.
master,
Yeah,
and the
you're right.
grandmother and stuff. So it kind
Yeah,
of was like
that's
it's
true.
really about
Yeah,
the power that they have because of the status in this case
yeah.
more. I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can definitely read it more through a racial lens, but I feel like to me it seemed very status, like English status driven, kind
Yeah,
of.
and I think that's very common for that country, right? Everything is about this, even now, right?
Even now, it's
More
much more
so.
than the US
Yeah.
or like Germany for sure. Like
So from my
it
lens, I see it as like also having a racial component, whereas like where people in the UK might really hone in on the class thing because that's what their kind of culture incorporated into. I also think it's also definitely a class. Yeah, I guess you
I think
you
like
make a point. I mean, the son was also mixed race, and the grandmother was well. So
yeah. So
maybe it
I
was
do think
colorblind
it's
cast.
mm, maybe. I mean, I definitely I would like to hear like some other part, but I think like class was definitely like the underlying factor for
Oh
most of
yeah,
it.
that was the main thing. Like you said,
Yeah.
the hierarchy
Yeah.
really from
And then
top to
like you
bottom.
said,
Yeah,
in England, and I guess like maybe in Russia too. I don't know. I haven't read that novella or whatever. Probably at the time more so. But England had like this like incredibly rigid class structure, which was also
yeah,
like it was how do you say, like it wasn't like vague. It was completely understood. Like people
yeah,
understood the system, like where they are into
yeah,
in it, how it works, and like I feel like you can really feel that in that movie. Yeah.
yeah.
No. So what's our rating?
My rating, I enjoyed the movie again, having seen I think this is maybe the 3rd time I've seen it.
Wow.
'Cause I did watch it the first time, and then I was like, "That was a nice movie," so I bought the movie, and I watched it again, and then I watched it for review as well, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the movie. I really love the way it looks. I love, like you said, like, how there's no music. There's
Yeah.
actually very little dialogue as well,
It
if
makes
you
you
think
feel
about it.
like a lot of the yeah. Like it's
Yeah, it
doing it with scenes really, like with
yeah,
setups.
and it's almost like a play because you see a
Yeah.
lot like the setting where the couch is, it's kinda like one area and then the bedroom, and then maybe a little bit outside. Not really, it's mostly those 2 areas,
I feel
and
like
it's
it works
mhm,
well like with film too, right? Because like in a play,
yeah,
sure you could also like try to do this in a play, but like not using the music, like really lingering on something is so like a film
yeah,
tool where you're like nowadays
yeah,
expecting like beat 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 beat. It's like
yeah,
really making you okay. We're also waiting with her in this room, like
yeah.
kind of like well, can I check my phone? What's going on? you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does make it kinda more visceral for sure.
yeah,
I really love the shots, and I love the color grading, the cinematography of it, I really enjoyed, and I was reading just now that the the budget was only £500,000,
wow,
which is pretty low even for 2016, so pretty impressive. I mean, it had, like, a small release, I'm sure, because I don't think I knew when it came out in the cinema. I'm not even sure if it was released in the US.
yeah. I
Uh,
hadn't heard of it before you brought it up.
I think it was only released at like, if in the UK. Yeah, so it wasn't even released at the cinema here. Yeah,
Okay,
I only reason I knew about it was because I had seen yeah,
because you're a
probably
Florence
on like
Pugh head.
Letterbox. Yeah, that too. Usually if I find a nice actress or actor, I will go through their oeuvre, you know, and,
That makes
this
sense.
was a
Like you
good
can
one, I
find.
thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
So
know who the director was.
yeah, I don't know either. Like maybe it would be interesting to see other movies by
Oh,
him
his
and or
second
her.
movie is another movie I've been wanting to watch called Eileen. You'll have to look
Oh,
into that one.
yeah, I haven't heard of that either.
It has
Maybe we can
Anne
do that.
Hathaway in it. I've heard that's a good one. Just keep that in mind
Okay,
to
I'll
look
write
up
it down.
later. Eileen by
Ali.
the same directors. Yeah, so that's Lady Macbeth.
Yeah.
I mean, what about
I
you? And you said you also liked it as
yeah, I thumbs up it. I like it. Yeah, I recommend it. Are you done
very
with
nice.
star ratings or no?
Star ratings, let's see, what did I give it?
We can also double
Letterboxd.
thumbsing up it.
Uh, I would double thumbs it.
Okay, let's do
Me,
that.
let's. I'm just curious what I'd give it. I would give it a 4. Let's see if I. Oh, I gave it a 4.5. Oh,
4.5. Oh my god.
four and a
Four
half.
4 3/4, I think is fair.
Mm. So yeah, I would say so. That means I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
which makes sense since I've seen it 3 times now.
Yeah. I
So
mean, it sounds like it did something for you. Which I mean,
mm,
I'm not sure if I'd rewatch it. I don't rewatch movies that much. Maybe,
mhm.
but yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, if I it also wasn't that long either. I think that also helped. It didn't need to be that long. Some movies don't need to be 2 hours long. It was able to accomplish what it needed to
Yeah,
within like an hour and a half, which I
I
liked.
I think almost no movies need to be over 2 hours long. It's
Yeah, it's very rare. I will
I was like, oh, I'm glad this was so
say
long.
that. Yeah. Well, I would say
Oppenheimer
one
was
of my
pretty
favorite
good.
films, Amadeus is my favorite film, and it's over 3 hours. So that's maybe an exception.
Okay, I've never seen that.
Not cool.
I want to see that sometime. I only heard a lot about it.
Love that movie.
Oh, maybe we can watch
Um,
that. Eileen,
Another one on the
Amadeus.
list.
Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty.
Have you
So that
seen The
was Lady Macbeth.
Northman?
No, I'd like to watch that as well.
Yeah, me too. Okay, Lady Macbeth, done. No one has to
Yes.
think
And
about it ever
so,
again.
well, fine. Okay.
Yeah,
Unless you read the book. So.
that's true. That's true. Are you okay for time, or what do you think? Should we double feature it, or?
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm okay. It's morning, so
I'm fine. I mean, it's only like 9 something here, so and
very
I don't
good.
actually have to be anywhere, so that kind of helps. The
So
beauty of working from home.
that does help. So what is the second movie?
The second movie was your choice. It
It's true.
was The Green Knight with
Yeah.
Dave Patel, because I know
Yeah.
it. So what
Yeah.
made you decide to choose this one?
So I saw some clips on YouTube of it, and I thought it looked really cool. And I think I saw a YouTube video about it too.
Hmm.
I'm not much of a spoiler care about person, um,
Hmm.
especially not for like 1,000-year-old stories.
Yeah. It's hard to spoil
Yeah.
something quite that old, but
Yeah. Ah, well, it's always the first time for someone,
yeah, it's
and
true.
so it just looked really cool to me, and I think the way that the YouTuber was talking about it, it also like looked like it was like a meaningful kind of movie.
Yeah.
Like it definitely had a topic, and yeah, so I wanted to watch it, and you said you already watched it. You rewatched it for today, or
I did rewatch it, yeah,
nice.
today.
So how should we start this? Should we start about the plot, like we did
Yeah,
before?
I'll let you kind of explain the plot.
Okay,
We'll kind
so
of go through it and add things as we go.
it's basically, so I'm not sure about pronouncing this, but I always pronounce it as Garwain. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's right. I think the king kind of talked about it a little bit differently, but I pronounce it. But
Yeah, you can say Gawain or Gawain. I've heard both before.
okay, I,
I
I will
think
stick with Garwain then.
yeah.
And so it is the fame. It is basically a retelling of the famous Romans story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. And so it starts off
Hmm.
with Gawain not being a knight yet, and kind of like being a bit of a layabout, good for nothing. But the nephew of King Arthur, of King Arthur fame,
Hmm.
and yeah, so he's like, I think the first scene is in a whorehouse, basically, right? Like
Yeah,
he's with this
he's waking up there.
Yeah. And he's like, enjoying his time. He I forgot what the girl's name is or whatever. And it's Christmas Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they're all going to church to afterwards. Uh, and people are asking him, "Oh, are you a knight yet?" It's kind of like set up as like this guy. He's a bit late to the party. He's not really
Yeah.
doing anything. He
He
hasn't
hasn't done
achieved
anything
anything.
yet.
But we're kind of like
Yeah.
he should have. He's the nephew of the king. Like there's all of these cool people doing
Yeah.
stuff. We know Sir Lancelot. We know Merlin, etc., etc.
Hmm.
But he's like, no, I have time. I still have time. Not yet. And so, yeah, well, they go all to church, and then like there's a big banquet at King Arthur's place. I mean, before that, we meet his mother too, right?
Hmm.
I don't know what she's called in
Was that
this.
supposed to be Morgan Le Fay?
I think like technically it's Morgan's sister in the stories. I don't know what like they. I don't think they used the name, but she's definitely King Arthur's sister too.
Yeah.
Um, Also, like interesting, like uh, racial casting again, right? Like with
Yeah.
Sarah
Very
Gawain,
colorblind. Yeah.
yeah, and her being, I don't know, like where is he from? Is he Indian? I don't know.
He has Indian ancestry, but he's
Yeah, yeah.
British.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course, of course. But like from Indian ancestry makes it because he became famous with Slumdog Millionaire, right? Or is that
Was that
wrong?
him?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
100%
him.
sure. But yeah, anyway, so and King Arthur very pasty white. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of interesting there. But yeah, so the mother is not going to the banquet, even though that's her rightful place usually. And
Hmm.
and so he goes instead, and he's like sitting with all the other knights and like lower people, right?
Hmm.
When King Arthur like calls him up and asks him, sit by my side, your family is important. Tell me one of your tales, one of your deeds. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, it's interesting how it's done there too, right? Because he kind of looks down, and he's like, he doesn't want to lie to him, and so he's just very earnestly, it's like, I have none, I don't have any of them
Yeah.
yet. um
And that's how
and
you kind of become a knight, supposedly. You have to have a story to tell to be a
yeah,
real knight.
yeah, exactly. And so while this is happening, we again, like, it's driven home, like he's not done anything. And then like his mother and like three other women are doing like kind of witchy stuff, as
Yeah.
this is happening. um which I thought was also quite interesting, that like the start is really like his mother wants this to happen, right? And so, okay,
Yeah.
so they do like a spell, and what happens is that like this knight made of wood, like it's like it's the Green Knight, right, comes into the banquet hall,
Yeah.
and he
Mhm.
challenges sort of King Arthur, sort of everyone, to a game, a little friendly game, right?
Yeah.
Um, he he's going to sort of, well, he implies that he's going to fight with one of the knights, and if whatever cut they can give him, he will return 1 year hence. Yeah, this
Yeah.
this is kind of this game. It's very very old timey. We're like I feel like us today is like, what kind of fucking game is that? you know,
They had to make things
yeah.
spicy back then because not a lot was going on.
Well, it was. I mean, it
You
was the
have
talk
to
of the
cut.
town for the whole year afterwards.
That's true, yeah.
They made plays about it before they even knew what was going to happen.
That's
But
right.
so
Little puppet plays.
so anyways, like King Arthur was like, well, I'm real old. I can hardly hold my sword, but otherwise I would be doing this. Is there no one else who will do it, right? And but none of them
Yeah.
like volunteer for it initially, right?
Yeah.
And so Gawain is like, I will do it. And oh man, this movie is so interesting. It's like because he's then like facing this knight, right? And the
Mhm.
knight is basically doing he's doing nothing. He's just sitting down and offering his head to him, basically, right? And
Yeah,
Gawain's
that
like,
was
what
interesting.
the fuck is happening? What like what, I thought we were
Yeah,
fighting, you know? It's like he's really not
yeah,
understanding the challenge ultimately, right?
yeah,
And so he's like, oh, well, okay, if that's what you want, like, and he beheads him, right?
yeah,
Uh, which I feel like if I heard this, it's like, oh, I'm going to get the cut back, blah 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 blah. Maybe you just
yeah.
nick him a little bit, you know, like,
Yeah, that's
I
what I
can
was
have a
like. That's what I was expecting. When he
yeah,
pulled his neck down, I was like, just poke him.
yeah. But
You don't
see,
have to like do all that.
this is why we are not knights, though. You know, it's all
That's
about
true.
courage. Sometimes you just
That's
gotta hit
true.
the head of a
You
tree
gotta go
tree
for it
knight.
for glory. That's right.
Exactly. But yeah, so okay, so he knocks his head off, and like everything is good, and end of the movie. But not quite, because because for some reason this tree man can actually pick his head up again, and he's alive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so Gawain is like, "What the fuck is happening?" kind of situation, and he's like, "Okay,
Hmm.
meet me in 1 year in this green chapel, you know."
Yeah.
And he writes back out. The laugh was magnificent as he does that. But so the whole banquet hall fucking loves this, right? They're like, "Yeah, you did it! You did it! This is amazing!" Yeah.
I
It's
know, but
really
he didn't even actually fight him. It was just like, I'm
it,
just
it
gonna
was
lop his
interesting.
head off.
Like clearly nothing had happened, right? Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
he lopped his head off. He's like, "Wow, look what courage you have! This is amazing," you know. And I guess
Yeah.
it's kind of like he's like, what does this mean now? Am I doing this? You know. So
Yeah.
after this kind of celebration, we very quickly jump to 1 year later, right?
Yeah, you
There's
kind
a
of
little
see
bit,
it through the puppet play
yeah,
of the tale of him cutting the head off. And you kind of see the seasons changing until we get back to about a year later, which
yeah,
I thought was a good way to show time pass.
yeah. It definitely was kind of very artistically done. And so, like, one
Mhm.
year later, he's still like not done anything. Like he's not like
Not really.
he's just been
He's just kind of like, yeah, I did that for like a whole
yeah.
year.
Exactly. He's been drinking and whoring the whole time, but now,
Riding high off one little game.
yeah. But do you think it was kind of like implied that he's like, oh, will I actually do this? You know, maybe not. And only when he was actually talking to King Arthur, because then like King Arthur is summoning him again, or he's waiting for him at home, and it's
Hmm.
like, oh, you have to do this. This is the, you know, the honorable thing to do. You know, it's just a game. Don't forget this kind of.
Yeah, he kept saying but it's only a game.
Yeah,
It's only a game.
which is
So does
it's
that
like
mean he had the choice not to do it, but if he didn't do it, then like his life would be meaningless, like
yeah,
the
it's
implication was?
interesting, right? And like obviously the mom knows what the game is more or less, right? Like she
Yeah.
she kind of started it off. Does
He
King
started
Arthur
off,
know
yeah.
what the game is? And also is the game, because we're in a completely different time? Could he just like will he just get his head knocked off? Is this the game? Like, you know, we're just like
Yeah.
what's what's happening here?
Yeah.
It's very unclear. I feel like if you don't know about what what's going on.
Yeah.
But okay, so either way, like he does decide. It's like, okay, I will ride out and meet this challenge. And like, you know,
Hmm.
it's a 6 day travel to the north. But before he goes, and I wonder what you thought of this scene. Was like he's with um his girlfriend prostitute,
Hmm.
and they have like this scene.
Sex worker,
Uh,
as they are called now.
right. It's prostitute.
Also,
Is that
maiden,
an an
brothel maiden, I guess.
brothel
It's the
maiden? Yeah,
PC term for
yeah. The lady
brothel
of the
maiden.
night. Yeah,
Lady of the night, yes.
yeah. But anyway, so like, I mean, he clearly has like a relationship with her. Like he's like,
Yeah.
I mean, she might not be exclusive with him, I don't know, but he's exclusive with her. No, no, I don't.
Yeah.
There's clearly like some sort of relationship situation going on,
Yeah.
because like she's asking him, it's like, oh, could I be? Would you like marry me? Basically, like, would you
Yeah.
make me your lady, etc. Right? And
Hmm.
it's a very interesting scene, I thought, because he doesn't answer, right?
Yeah.
But it clearly echoes through the rest of the movie too. But okay, so there was the scene. He doesn't answer. She's just like, yes, yes, I will. Talking for him, saying like, I will do that. That's what she wants to hear. But he wouldn't commit to this because he's a coward little boy. Uh, I think that's what we're supposed to take
Yeah.
away from everything.
I think
Right?
so. I
Yeah.
think that's what we were supposed to take away. I did also find it was interesting that she also said, like, why can't people settle for doing things that are good rather than things that are great? I thought that was an
Yeah,
interesting line
that was a good line. That's true.
of the
I wrote this
theme
down
going
too.
throughout the movie. I thought that was very good because
Which
I'm thinking about things like in my own life, and I'm like, I feel like I haven't done anything. This kind of hit home really hard. It's interesting you chose this movie. Like, are you trying to tell me something? No,
it's
because I
just a
feel like
game.
I'm
It's
not
just a
doing
game. Don't worry about
anything.
it.
It's just a game. But I do feel like I'm not doing anything in my life, and so I kind of saw myself in this character, and like, maybe it is okay to settle for doing good things rather than having to make, one
Right.
big thing to secure your legacy or whatever. Does that matter anyway?
I mean, I do
I just
think it
thought that
is.
was interesting.
It is a movie that like fits into the times. I think like a lot of people feel
Yeah.
this, right?
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's the meaning of life. What are we doing here?
yeah, yeah. It is
Is it fine to
universal.
waste away your day at the brothel? Should you try to do something a little more? Do you need to go play this game where you're gonna have your head lopped off potentially by a green knight? Choices, man.
Yeah,
You got choices to make.
and I do think like what I mean, it doesn't really talk about this specifically, but like in our time, we have this kind of problem that a lot of things that used to be how you live a good life, right? Like are kind of
Hmm.
crumbling. That's not really how it doesn't
Yeah,
exist like that anymore, and there's like no new
that's a
rule
good
book.
point.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel um, like in different times there was like this is exactly what you're going to do, and that's not necessarily good, right? Like there's a lot of things that are
yeah,
good about our time instead, but people
yeah,
definitely have a crisis of meaning. I would say, not to go
yeah.
all Jordan Peterson about this, but
A little. Okay.
yeah, yeah, my nemesis. Anyways,
Mm,
um, yeah, okay, so we're really still early in this movie.
yeah, it was. I mean, it was not that long
No, it's about 2 hours,
of a
right?
movie, considering what all they had to get through too. So it kind of clipped along at a good pace.
No, yeah, yeah. I was definitely not bored at all. Um, but okay, let's. He heads out finally,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
basically, uh, immediately, right? Like he's like all in his knightly garb. He comes
Mhm.
across this old battlefield where.
Oh wait, you got to mention like his mom gives him the little green
Oh yes, yes,
sash
that is
thing.
important. He
It's
gives
very
us
important.
exactly. She gives him the screen sash and says like, "Do not worry. As long as you wear this, nothing will happen to you. Nothing can, you know,
Mhm.
harm you." Kind of. I
Mhm.
forget what the exact term is, but something like this, right? It's kind of like this is your
Yeah.
token for you. You'll
Yeah.
survive all of this sort of situation. Um,
Mhm.
and so he goes out. Um, the scene where the kids were running after him, I feel like was
Yeah.
this like meant to be like he's leaving his childhood behind, like 'cause he's like completely
Oh
ignored.
yeah.
I
I
was
hadn't even
like
thought about that. Yeah. Yeah.
interesting
So yeah.
because it was like a kind of a long scene, and it was just happening. Like,
Yeah.
what was he trying to tell us? But okay,
And I do think
anyway,
all of the scenes in this movie are pretty purposeful. So I do think you're right about that. I just
yeah.
hadn't considered it. Yeah.
But okay, so he comes across this old battlefield, and there's like
Mhm.
one guy kind of scavenging about.
Barry
talking.
Keoghan. That's why I've seen this film before, because I watched all Barry Keoghan's films.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Good reason too. I see.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he's
he's the
good.
little scavenger. Yeah, he was good in
Yeah.
this little role, but I thought it was an interesting part of the movie.
Yeah, because like it's kind of like giving like this criticism of I get the hierarchy in that way, right? Like people are
Yeah.
dying, and like um he's surviving and only survived because his mom didn't let him go to the battle, right? Like it's
Yeah.
all that's kind of interesting. But either way, so Garwain asks him for like directions, and he
Mm-hmm.
tells him, "Oh,
For
you
the
have to
chapel.
go along that stream to the chapel. Don't." Um, but it turns out, and I feel like we could have told this. uh, the guy was actually setting him up for a trap, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, basically 5 minutes after he leaves, in the first scene, he gets robbed. Everything's taken from him.
Yeah.
Um,
Immediately.
immediately,
He's very
immediately.
naive. Yeah.
It's like
I think
okay,
that's
this
another
knightly
thing.
tale.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to show like he's still like young, he's still naive, he hasn't experienced anything. Of course, he's going to trust this like shady looking boy in the woods
Yeah,
that clearly looks like a bandit.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's
so they
like,
rob
oh,
him.
the traditional bandit trap is not going to do anything for me. But okay, so um, I mean we didn't mention this, but which I thought this it was like an interesting like part of it, because the Green Knight gives him an axe to take.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's both so like important and purposeful in the movie, and so
Hmm.
useless. I mean, I think it's in
Yeah.
the original story too, right? But like he just gives him this
Yeah.
axe, and it was like, but why? Like what is the point of this? But
Yeah, I think it's just a spoil of the game. Like he got it for knocking off his head, and he's got to bring it back to him.
yeah, exactly. Like he just, and he doesn't do anything
But
with the
yeah, he doesn't
axe.
really use anything.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't use it for anything. Yeah, it's
yeah.
just there because he doesn't really know how to use it. Because he
That's true.
didn't really use it to its full purpose to begin with. He didn't really earn it. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of just the MacGuffin for him to bring back.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But so, really, like the things that are being robbed of him, like they destroy
Mhm.
his shield, and they steal
Mhm.
this really nice axe and take his
Mhm.
horse. But
Yeah.
they leave his sword, which is kind of interesting. It's like I guess the sword
Yeah.
was not. There's enough swords at the nearby battlefield, I guess.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but so he, and this was also like kind of interestingly done, because like we have him tied up, right?
Yeah.
And so
And they're leaving them there.
they're leaving him here, and the movie is like really trying to hit home, like there's choices, there's like different paths ahead of you, right?
Yeah.
And so like they have this scene where they like pan the whole camera around, right? And like
Mhm.
but as we come back to him, it's like he's a skeleton tied up, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, so this is the option. If you don't do something, you'll just die, like kind of situation.
Yeah.
And
We'll
so
starve to death and die.
your stuff exactly. And so they pan back, and it's like he's like, no, I'm not going to die. He like he's able to use the sword to untie himself and
Yeah.
continue on his quest. So this kind of like, look, we're talking about choices here. Like what do you do?
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Gotta
so
try something. You can't just lie there. That's
yeah,
like not
exactly.
really a choice either.
It is an easy choice, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like most
Yeah.
people would be like, someone's like, this was too
At least
much.
walk over, like jump over to the battlefield and pick up one of those swords. Even if they had taken his, he
Yeah,
had options.
that's true.
It
I mean,
just,
like the thing is, I feel like clearly, everyone who's looking at it from a plot point of view, like from a, oh, this is like a real
yeah,
thing that's happening, kind of is like, well, he's going to try to whatever he can, right? But obviously this was like
Yeah.
an artistic choice, more of like,
I think
these are the
perhaps even
options.
that he's kind of, like, lazy and, like, he's not doing anything again with his
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Y
So
Sure.
I do thought that was a very interesting scene. But
It
okay, so
was.
he gets out of there, and then now I'm not 100% sure what the exact next thing is. Does he goes
Oh, he goes to the cottage where the woman
the woman?
is,
Okay, so
the
that's
young
what.
woman.
Is he going to the cottage first, or has he like run-ins with that fox?
That's after.
That's after. Okay, all right. So there's like they call it the interlude, right? Or what? No, they called it the a
Remember.
meeting with Saint Winifred.
Yes, Winifred, yeah.
Winifred.
That's
Yeah.
the
Okay.
woman.
That's right. It is a woman. I thought, sometimes you can just have cool names, Um,
Sure.
yeah.
So he
Anyways,
runs into the cottage and sees a woman.
well, yeah, not quite like that, right? Like, so he's like pretty downtrodden. Like he's just been robbed. Things are not looking
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, but then he's like, oh, there is a cottage, and he goes into this cottage, and it's like it's very dusty, right? Is it like
Yeah. It's, like,
yeah,
abandoned,
it's abandoned, and so he's kind of
or
like,
it's
okay,
seemingly.
someone here. He goes upstairs and he sees like a bed, and he's like,
Mhm.
well, you know, I'm gonna Goldilocks this and just sleep in this bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as he after he's fallen asleep, he gets awoken by a woman, as you so
Mhm.
accurately pointed out, even though she did not tell us her pronouns. Maybe I don't know.
A
Anyways,
young lady. A young
yeah,
Winifred. Saint Winifred, yes.
yeah. And she's like, "Why are you sleeping in my bed?"
A
this
a
it,
legitimate question to ask, though.
it is a legitimate ask, and so here's the thing where I wanted to bring up something, right? Which I think
Mhm,
like it is an artistic choice, right? But everyone
mhm.
talks so differently in this movie, right? Like
Yeah.
not just like differently because of class or whatever, but like time differently.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this Saint Winifred, super modern.
Yeah,
Like she could
was
have been
that was
like
a choice by the
the.
movie? I didn't know, because
I
I've
think it
seen this
was a
actress
choice.
before in modern stuff, and so she did kinda take me out of the story for some reason. I'm not really
Oh,
sure
okay.
why,
No, I
but,
felt like this was a choice because I do think like this is very deliberate. Like King Arthur basically talked like he was out of a uh like what is it, like a poem kind of, right?
yeah.
And then Gawain talks a little bit period PC, you know.
Ye
His prostitute wife talks like very low class, definitely like trying to get that in there.
yeah.
And then this woman was talking so modern, like she could have might have said, "Yo, bro, why you in my bed?" Kind of like that was like the vibe. I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah,
A woman at a
um,
time, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, so the thing is, she's a ghost. We can tell this very, which
Yeah.
I think like makes some sense then too, right? Like for this decision, like she's like almost timeless, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so she's a ghost and she's missing her head apparently,
Mhm.
and so he has to. She asks him to get his head, her head for him, his head for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Her head
For her.
for her. Yeah.
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 um.
Pronouns, man, maybe they're onto
Yeah.
something. Maybe we should all just
Uh,
not use pronouns.
yeah. What is it? They ask them to
Get their
get
head.
their head for them.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Not confusing at all.
Yeah. All right. So and he has to dive into this lake for it, and basically he gets
Yeah.
out her skeleton head, and as he comes back into the cottage, we can see that in the bed that he slept is actually her skeleton without the
Yeah.
head. he left the jawbone, but that was very jarring for me. But he puts
Yeah,
the
well,
rest
it
of
does. It doesn't typically stay with the head. Unfortunately, that is pretty accurate.
that is accurate. But he did have it. He got it
He
from
didn't
the.
take it with him.
So yeah. So this is what I was like. What's happening here? Like he's setting up the next adventurer. What's going on? You know,
Mm,
like so as he comes out of the water, which was
yeah,
very artistic. Like all of these shots are so artistic. I took so many screenshots because it's
yeah.
so fucking beautiful.
They're
This
so
movie.
pretty. Yeah,
It's like that alone is like it's all, like a painting. It's just so good. Oh my god. But
yeah.
yeah. So he takes out the whole skull and jawbone, puts it
Hmm.
on the side, but then only takes the skull to the bed. And I'm like, what now that lady has to get like someone else to get a jawbone, like
He's like, this lady doesn't need to be yapping at me anymore.
yeah.
So
She was giving me too much lip already. It's like
I'm just not gonna put the mandible back with it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
I didn't catch on to that. Yeah, I didn't catch on to the mandible.
yeah, I don't think this was deliberate. It's just like
Yeah, it's
clearly
just a continuity
the
error.
the movie treats it. Yeah, we're dinging it like we're like movie sensing it, cinema sensing. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the movie treats it as like he did his job. Like
Well, I mean, she
she's
did only
whole
ask
now.
for the skull. That's
That's true.
technically
That
the
is true.
mandible,
It's her.
so she should have been more specific.
It's like exactly like slang from 2000 year forward, but you don't know what you like what's going on here. But
You could have
what do
turned
you
around and
think?
said, "Hey, bro, give me my jaw too."
Yeah,
So,
it's like you don't even have to die if you left it on the in front
yeah.
of the house, so it's fine. Um, what do you think that like the scene was like about?
It's so he I almost kind of felt like I got like a Hercules trials kind of feeling from it
Yeah,
all.
and I
Yeah,
mean he
kind
is
of thing.
doing it,
Like,
right?
yeah. He asked her, like, what is he gonna get in return? And he
He's like, how dare you ask this? Like, why would you ever ask this of me? Oh, that's what she said. Oh, why
yeah,
would you ever ask this of me? Don't ever ask this of me. Also,
yeah,
very modern, very modern.
yeah. So, but he does it anyway, and because he did it, he gets his axe back
Ah, is that so? Interesting.
after he leaves the next day. Like, he goes out, he's got the axe again when he sees the fox.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I do remember this, like that the axe suddenly appeared for.
Yeah, I
Uh,
assumed it was because he did the deed, even though he didn't expect to get anything
yeah,
back
like I mean,
technically, because she's
this is operating a bit on magic rules than rules of
well,
sense and
yeah.
reason. A lot of the
Well, yeah,
time.
it is King Arthur.
Ah, okay. That's what
Magic
we signed up
is
for.
part of it. Yeah, yeah. Morgan Le Fay was like a enchantress, right? Or magician, and Merlin is a magician, right? Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, very true. But yeah,
Working
I
with
mean,
magic rules.
it definitely was an interesting scene. I'm not 100% sure what I'm feeling about everything, but okay.
Yeah,
So, so he's moving on,
yeah.
and and he's still like things aren't like super great for him, right? Like it's cold and he's struggling, and that's when
Yeah, it's
he comes
definitely a
across.
hard trip.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's a bit of a trial. Like
Yeah,
not
from
just
the get,
six.
really.
Yeah. I mean, that was partly on him, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not to victim
Or his
blame, but
mother. I don't know. I don't know. It's really all his mother's fault, too, if you think about it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely true. Like all of this wouldn't have happened without the mother making a contract with a super being or
Yeah,
something like that. Or creating it. I'm not 100% sure what even happened. I feel like it might have been a
yeah.
contract situation and like the being exists, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure because she was right. That was the interesting thing I thought about this movie was like, oh, you see so much Christian alongside all of the pagan stuff. I really like that
Yeah,
because that was what was
the
happening at this
mixing.
time. You know, the mixing of because you see her writing the runes down to get the put in the sash thing that he puts on and to get the Green Knight to come and stuff. And she's using magic while King Arthur is saying something about Christ or something on Christmas Day or whatever, because it's all Jesus and things like that. I just thought it was very interesting. And that kind of follows throughout the thing because he's headed to the chapel, right, to see
Yeah,
the Green Knight. And there's just a
yeah,
lot of like Christian kind of tone, but also a lot of paganism as well.
yeah, totally. And that was like really, I think it was really well blended too, right? Because like,
Yeah.
I mean, especially the Green Knight kind of thing. It's so it's a knight, right? Like which is like a Christian kind of thing
Yeah,
already,
it is a
and
very
it's
Christian concept. Yeah.
in a chapel, but then it's like this kind of tree spirit, you know, super like
Magical kind of
druidy.
thing. That was the other kind of thing I noticed is like a lot of green, like green and like
Yeah, bit of a
earthy
theme.
things and woods and streams and things like that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the other big theme. So, and I think that goes along with the paganism as well because that's a
yeah.
big part of
It looked so
that.
nice.
And
Oh my god.
whereas yeah, and then the Christian element was like all of the stark, cold, damp looking castle kind of thing, which I interesting.
That's true. Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Um,
That's just how I felt. Maybe I'm projecting some like childhood trauma. I don't know.
I am. I mean, I think this is just also like real, though, right? Like it,
Yeah.
even in history, like definitely, like before the Christian conquest, it was a little bit more nature focused, I think,
Yeah.
and then like the Christianity going everywhere. Obviously, there were like multiple waves in England for that,
Yeah.
but it kind of came with like this structure, right?
Yeah.
So like castles and chapels and churches or whatever are the avenues through which this spread,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think like it just that's just what happened, you know. Like, like if you tell
Yeah.
the story here, you kind of have this. Um, good. So let me see. He meets this little fox thing. I mean,
Mhm.
this has been a bit of a theme like earlier already, but like he actually like kind of befriends it in a cave now, right? Also thought it was
Mhm.
kind of interesting. He was first like he was throwing a stone at it, you know. It's like fuck you, little fox thing, and then like the fox comes in from the different entrance. It's like okay, we're friends now.
It's like, well, okay, whatever. I guess we're
Yeah,
we're cool now.
we're cool now.
Yeah.
And so like the fox follows him for a while.
Mhm. That was when they ran into the giants, which I thought was a weird scene. I'm not sure how
I
I felt
know.
about
Like what
like,
did that mean? I don't know.
I don't know. It felt very surreal,
Yeah. Like the thing is, I never really read the original story, so maybe there's like this is just like something
Yeah,
that was
that was
mentioned,
something from it, but I don't remember because it's been so long since I've read the story.
right?
But yeah, I do think it was in that. Maybe it was like because he asked them to like carry him to where he needed to
Ah,
go. So maybe it was trying to show like he's trying to take shortcuts.
right.
Was my
So
only
it's kind
guess about what it meant.
of interesting. Yeah. No, I mean like I think there's this kind of not contradiction, right? But like there's one thing that he wants that our the director wants to do, and then there's something that the source material does, and he's like some
Yeah,
things fit in because like storytelling
yeah,
at that time not super straightforward, like
yeah,
a bit odd
for sure.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like actually, like talking about this, I feel like European stuff is often like a little bit more straightforward, although not necessarily like especially when it was like pagan stuff. But sometimes when you hear
Mm-hmm.
like African myths or whatever, It's just like,
Yeah.
holy shit! What? How did this follow from this? Like, what just
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
Like,
For
you really
sure.
get
Yeah.
whiplash. You know, it's
It's
very
just
interesting.
different cultural norms and things like that. Yeah, it's what you're
Yeah, yeah,
used to for sure.
yeah. And so it's probably like more steeped in well, and like I guess like it's also like as things modernize more and more, everything like
Yeah.
becomes a little bit more, I don't know, like rationalized, I guess. Like things need to
Yeah.
make, you know,
More
you have like,
sense. The age of reason has come and gone. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like you're like kind of like, well, we gotta make money. We're going to win these wars in specific things, you know, rather than like,
Yeah.
well, you know, things happen sometimes and they just happen. You know, we don't have, like, we're
Things
not in
happen. They
control.
can't be explained. We're just moving on to the
Yeah,
next
yeah. So,
thing.
which I think is like this difference between like more what do you call this, like um man, what do you call these religions? I forget. Animalistic? No, is that it? No, that's not it.
Oh,
Spirit? No,
yeah,
what do you call
right?
them? You know,
It
like
was animalist.
like Native American and like Japanese too, like where they're more like things and animals are all
Yeah.
spirits kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that that's at least what I was thinking at the time. All right,
Animalism. Yeah.
animalism. Okay, yeah, yeah, good. I found that deep in the noggin. Um,
Mm,
all right, and then
the
we
deep
come
hole.
to exactly. Then we come to yeah, the he comes up to a really nice castle after some more
Mhm.
hardships. And oh, one more thing, those giants, right? They looked a bit
Yeah.
like the uh what is it, Attack on Titans, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah. They were
Like,
so weird. It was almost like they were also kind of modern looking.
yeah, it was
That's
kind
not
of
what I think of when I think of like old giants. I think of like
no,
mountain
no,
looking
not at
things,
all.
These were
Like,
like weird aliens.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
Like
it
a
looked like
celestial being from Marvels or something like
yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
It was
Like,
weird.
and they had like this weird communication. His fox was communicating with
Yeah.
them. Man,
Yeah.
the fox, like, I mean, maybe I'm just not like, deep enough into like literary criticism and analysis, but I didn't fucking get what was going on. Like, it's like, what the
With
hell
the
is this?
fox
The
or with the
fox, like what?
giants.
Well, it's with the giants definitely neither, yeah. But like the fox also, I feel like there's a bit of. I think I kind of understand what it was meant to represent at the end, in the last
Mm,
scene, but throughout the um throughout the movie, I feel like it has like kind of different interpretations. But that's neither here nor
yeah.
there. Let's get to the castle.
Yes,
Okay.
the castle.
So he comes up to a really nice castle, and
Hmm.
there are three people in it, right? Like the master of
Yeah.
the castle,
Hmm.
um, uh, a very very pretty lady of the castle,
Yeah.
and an older lady with a blindfold,
Hmm.
right? And you're like kind of like, okay, what's going on here? But the
Yeah, and
the
the lady of
yeah.
the house looks like his lover. It's
Oh,
the same
yes,
actress
that's right. Yeah, but
within a
like
wig.
made up differently, very very
Yeah.
differently. Like very nice long brown hair, right?
Hmm.
But while um the
The
girl otherwise has very short like blonde hair.
yeah.
That's right.
They
I That's so
definitely
interesting
stylized differently.
because I was kind of like I did sort of notice this, but I forgot about this, like because there's like a scene later with her too, right? It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's true. I didn't really fully grasp this, but yeah, okay. So she looks like her, but she's
Hmm.
married to that master of the house.
Yeah.
Like at least that's implied. Um, and so they make this deal. Like the master is like telling him, "Look, you actually arrived much sooner than you expected. You have 3 days still left, and the chapel is just like a short walk up the road, kind of."
Yeah.
It's also like, how did he do that? Wow, there's some magic going on there because he went in the
Yeah.
wrong direction, like fucked up multiple times. So like, but still, the 6-day journey was just 3 for some reason. Yeah, worked out.
Yeah.
Good,
Well,
good.
he's like the opposite of the hobbits.
Yeah. He's like stumbling his way into faster and faster travel. Like he's like asking the giants, "Can you carry me?" And they say no, and that actually makes him arrive faster. Like
Yeah,
like not being carried
that's
by giants. Yeah,
that's true. That's weird. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, you're right. He does end up there like quite early considering.
yeah, yeah. I think sometimes things just work out for a go-getter.
That's
Um,
right. Gotta get out there, make things happen, shake things up.
I feel like so maybe we are a little. Obviously, this is all magic or whatever. But like my first thought is like you're being played. His guy is
Yeah,
fucking with you. Like,
I was a little like wary of him because like
it's like
I didn't remember what was gonna happen, to be honest.
yeah, but this is in the original story. Like this is very pivotal, right? It's changed a little bit, but that is kind of what the story is about. I think originally. Um. So okay, so he tells him you're fine. You're actually almost there. Stay here, and then right up there. And they do like a sort of similar game again, right? Like he's like, look, I will go out hunting 3 times, and you will give me whatever you receive in my castle, and I will give you my hunting spoils, right?
Yeah.
That's like kind of this game. Everything's magic. My God. But yeah, anyways, so the lady of the house, she's really coming onto him hard.
She's coming on strong.
Yeah. He's like, are we having a spark? Is this what's happening? He's like, there's
Yeah.
nothing left up to interpretation here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like, she's taking his portrait. She's like talking to him. She's kind of like come on
Yeah.
to him, give him kisses and stuff like that. And he's kind of like hesitant. He's like, well, this is not appropriate, right?
Yeah.
But then, I mean, how do you interpret it? Like, I mean, she's giving him a hand job, right? Like, it's what's happening.
Yes. She was it was definitely a hand job.
Yeah.
To
Like,
completion.
well, that's what I'm wondering. Like this, maybe this guy is just so turned on. Maybe he's come by himself, but who knows? Yeah, but it seems like, yeah, it's like,
Well, he is young. I don't know.
yeah. But he also has a lot of experience in whorehouses, so who knows?
That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe it is different with like a noble lady. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe
But
he's
either way,
not
so
used to noble ladies doing hand jobs, and that was what was most
exactly.
He's like, that's
It's like,
for the brothel. What are you doing?
she's like, holy shit, this is my like new fetish unlocked kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it clearly like it's posed as like this is inappropriate. You shouldn't be doing this, and
Yeah.
as a knightly, honorable knight, you shouldn't. But he does do it, right? Like, and he and the woman is like, he's like, well, I forget what she says, but it's very much like so much about your honor, kind of. She's slut shaming him a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How's that feel? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, he's feeling bad about it. And oh man, I mean, I'm so bad at telling stories, but at least it takes a long time. So he had lost his green girdle, right? Like that his mom had given him.
Yeah, 'cause the scavengers took it, right? They took all of
Yeah.
it. But he's got the axe back.
He got the axe back. Yeah. But so he's like kind of like unprotected, I guess, in his mind. It's not made as like a bigger thing. But this woman has also one of these girdles, right? And it's kind of like, is it a girdle? I don't know. Is it a belt? I don't know what we call it. Anyways,
I don't know. It's like a belt set girdle.
No. But she has one of them too, and he wants it, right? Like he's like, well, I would
Yeah.
like to not die, kind of situations. And this is like
Yeah.
kind of interwoven into her being hot and like coming on to him, and him
Yeah.
wanting this, and him coming on the belt. It's just like it's all like so mixed together. Like it's a fever dream. This whole movie. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Good
For
stuff.
sure.
But so he does take that girdle, right?
Yeah.
Or and as we remember, the master of the house was like, "Give me what you took." Like, give me what you took in my castle, or what you got in my castle,
Yeah.
right?
While you're in the castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
And
exchange
so,
for what he hunts. Yeah.
yeah. And so while after he has post nut clarity, he's like, I gotta get out of here.
Like you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I think things are not going well for me. I should probably just go to the chapel I wanted to go to.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
runs out of the castle
He runs
and
out
runs
of the
into
castle.
the master of the castle. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like the scene also, like right after this master the hand job scene is like he sees like the old lady like looking at him. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
like what is this? Like, you know? Yeah. I didn't know there was like this was what we were into. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So he's running.
Glad you were
He's run
there.
out.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there are a lot of very hot people in this movie, like Sir Gawain, smoking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. His girlfriend too, and like the master of the house also, right? But okay, so he runs into him, and he's like, "Look, I got you this hunted. What was it? I don't know. Like I got you my game here." And he's like, "But don't you have something that you need to give me? You know?"
Yeah.
And you're like, I feel like we're thinking, okay, he fucked the wife and he got the girdle, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I feel like it was kind of surprising and like very modern. Like, you know, the master reaches in and gives him a kiss,
Yeah.
right? He's like, this is
that was interesting.
what you took from me. Kind of such a situation.
Yeah.
Very, yeah. It was. I don't know. It was interesting. It was good. But he does not give him the girdle, the belt
Yeah, he keeps
thing.
it.
Like he keeps that to himself. And okay, all right. What do you think of that? Good gay kiss, bad gay kiss?
It was good. I was into it. Yeah.
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 I mean, so not to out
as far
myself,
as like
right?
what is it?
But
What does it
generally,
mean?
that master is more like I like my type. Like that guy is like he was very, you know, rugged, bearded, strong, big guy, very good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. You're talking about the master of the
I can't hear you now.
house? Hello? Yeah. I see it like
Very confusing.
my end. It says
Let me just quickly stop for a second. I'll call you in again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, say something.
Hello.
Perfect. We're back. All right.
Excellent.
So,
okay.
just at the most spicy part. Well,
I know, right?
Yeah.
The gay kiss.
Yeah. Anyways, your assessment.
I enjoyed it personally.
Good.
As far as gay kisses go, I thought it was pretty good. Although I really like Dev Patel, so be into anything that he's doing. So thought Alicia Vikander looked really good in this as well, though. The lady that he likes.
Yeah.
Chris.
No, I mean, yeah. I feel like it was like it was interesting because the master clearly like enjoyed it, right? You know, it's like yeah. But
who wouldn't, you know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like Gawain was more like, oh, this is a thing that happened. Interesting, you know, kind of like he's like
he's questioning things. He's like, maybe I enjoyed that more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I mean, like my last encounter with the opposite sex was kind of like a bit of a train wreck. So maybe
Mm.
like it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He's like he's reconsidering everything. He's
yeah,
like, okay.
like women be kind of scheming, and then they get like their grandmothers to watch you. Well, you're like, I don't know, it's all weird. You know?
It did feel rather tame in comparison to the
Yeah,
other
yeah, it's like,
encounter.
oh, this is kind of romantic. This is nice. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But
So
yeah, so anyway, so like he doesn't tell him about having the magic belt, and the guy is
yeah,
kind of like, I know, but anyways, we're leaving, and when you come back, we won't be here. Like he's just telling, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
okay, riding off
Okay.
into the forest, and it's like,
He
oh,
also gives
okay,
him the fox back, right? He gives him you see the
that's true.
fox come back in.
That's right. That's right. Because the game that he had is the fox, right?
Yeah.
Like, and
Hmm.
still
He
alive. It's like, oh,
captured the
it was
fox.
in the trap. I was going to give it to you when I come back, but well, maybe I just give
Yeah.
it to you now. And so okay. So the next scene is like he's coming closer to the chapel, right? And he's like going up the thing. And now there's like the fox is like, don't go in there. Don't,
Yeah.
yeah, like just go back, it'll be fine, don't worry about it.
Around.
And so like here, like it's kind of becomes pretty clear that it's the fox is what symbolizes like his kind of like his childishness. It's like his cowardness.
Yeah. His cowardness, yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, no one would know that you didn't go.
yeah,
Just turn
yeah.
around and say you went.
Yeah, which is also like interesting. He kind of got it back, as he
Yeah.
like cowardly didn't tell the guy what he took from him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But he's like, no, I'm a good knight. Fuck off. I'm going in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so so he finally like he goes into the chapel and finds the Green Knight on the throne, but like sleeping. He's not awake, right? And I thought this was like again like really interesting how it like they're playing with like the expectations, right? Because like he's sitting down, he's just like waiting, and we're also waiting.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and because like obviously he's a bit too early, right? But so
Yeah.
as it,
He got there so quickly.
yeah. He even had time for a quickie on the side, and he's still.
I know. He's basically German. He got there early.
Yeah, he sometimes like
So.
5 minutes early is what's on time. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But the Green Knight disagrees. He literally thinks 6 days is what. Like no, like 1 year is what
He's like,
we
no,
agreed
no.
upon. Yeah, it's like
Exactly on the dot. Yeah.
and it's like
No
it's kind of
earlier,
like
no
he's
later.
magic, but then the first time he's asking, it's like, has it been 1 year? It's like, yeah, why else would you be awake? Like, I mean, this is like, you're like an alarm clock, bro. Like, well, yeah, but he tells him, yeah, it has been a year. And it's like, okay, so you gave me your axe back, and now I will return my blow, right? And
Yeah.
Gawain's like sitting there, and he's like, okay, well, he's kneeling, and then as the Green Knight is like raising his axe, he's like he flinches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a loser. I wouldn't flinch.
The
But
loser.
yeah,
How
for sure.
dare he?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Get it together.
After all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he
Well,
multiple times. Yep.
What did he think he was going there for? Did he really think, like, I wondered if he thought, like, the Green Knight actually wasn't going to do it.
Well, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, because he's kind of like he's clearly like super confused, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was interesting, right? Because he, when he first accepted the challenge, right? Like King Arthur asked him, "Do you understand the challenge?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think I do." And he so fucking didn't understand. he's like completely lost. He's like,
bullshit. Yeah,
it's like,
I know
yeah,
what
yeah.
we're doing here. Of course, yeah.
Like,
for sure.
I'm sure what's going to happen. I understand all of this. I'll meet a ghost lady, and then I'm going to
Yeah.
like, meet some giants. That's yeah, it's
This
the
is
challenge.
all the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
But
like me with like any kind of like academic assignment. I'm like, yeah, I got it.
I
And
got
then I'm just
it.
like the whole way through I'm going, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a very timely movie, very modern.
It is. Yeah, I mean the themes they stay with us throughout time.
That's true. But yeah, so like I mean, he clearly is like super confused the whole time, and he's like I guess like the way we are too is like. Is he just gonna get his head chopped off? It feels like he's just gonna get his head chopped off. And I think
Yeah.
he doesn't have like this great healing factor that Grey Knight has. That's not gonna go well for him.
Yeah.
Um, but so basically like he flinches multiple times, and then it's like and he even stands up at a moment, right? And it's like is this all there is, you know? And like the Green Knight is like, what else ought there to be? He's like
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, which is a lie. There actually is more, we find out.
Mm.
But okay, so he's like sitting down, and like, oh, it was so well done with like all the heartbeat stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Like first what was really well done is like he arrived at the chapel, right? And he's like super like it's like boom 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 boom, right? That's like they really used the sound effects well, but then it's like
Yeah,
he's
the
like
sound.
sitting down, right? And he's like a day too early, basically. So he's just sitting down. He's like slow. It's like boom boom, and like he's calming down. We're calming down. We're getting it. We're understanding how hearts work.
Yeah.
Uh, and then like yeah, so it was really like nicely playing with this. But so okay, he's like pretty stressed
Yeah.
about being beheaded.
Of course.
Yeah. I can relate, even though he has a magic
Yeah.
belt. And so
FTR, yeah.
so
So
he's
should he have
like,
trusted the magic belt more? Is that what it was? Like,
well, I
he
mean, I
just let
think
him
we find out at the end what it actually is, right?
man.
Yeah, but okay, so he runs away, like he's like tries it 3 times, and he's like, fuck this, like, no, sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, he's running
He
out
just runs
of
away.
here.
Yeah.
He's like, and the Green Knight is like, well, I mean, he's a coward, but like I don't have to fucking kill him. It's fine. It's like
Yeah.
he's just leaving him. So he's going back, right? And like it's implied that he lies about it. He's like, yeah, I played the game
Yeah.
and I went there. It was great. And
Yeah.
so we kind of like see in time unfolding like his future, right? Like what's happening. He's like he got his prostitute wife, not wife, prostitute girlfriend, pregnant, right? And he
Yeah.
has like a child with her, but then he abandons her. He takes the child though, you know?
Yeah. That was a weird scene.
It was a weird scene. It was very, very visceral. And like
Yeah.
his mom stayed with her, right? As he took the
Yeah.
child. Oh man, it was like it very spacey, all of it. But like, I mean, clearly he's like he's a man of no integrity, right? So he's like obviously
Yeah.
just going to do that. He's marrying like some other noble woman,
Yeah.
because he becomes the new king after Arthur dies, right? Like he gets
Yeah.
knighted for his valor in this game, which he's lied about, and so he becomes the king. But we see like, so his son grows up, right? But he dies on the battlefield, like trying to impress him. I mean, this is all
Yeah.
like going really well. You can imagine like lots of different things. Maybe the son is like inspired by his father's
Boys. Yeah.
greatness, which we know about. But anyway, so he's killed on the battlefield, and we see like that Gawain is like, it's not well like king. Things aren't going that well
Yeah.
anymore.
Things
Like
aren't going great.
yeah,
Yeah.
his small folk is throwing stones at him as he comes back, and he sees like his old girlfriend, like judging him, and like the foreign armies are coming in, closing
Yeah.
in, and like people are abandoning him, and he's like he's like basically like things are going real bad. let's just say it. It's not a good end, you know.
It's a
Yeah,
bad timeline, yeah.
yeah. And so it is the bad timeline, right? And so he's like,
Yeah.
the whole time through, he had like his green belt on. Oh, yeah, that was the scene, like when he was like
Yeah.
consummating the marriage with the noble woman that he's marrying instead of the girl he actually likes.
Yeah.
He's like, he won't take off the belt. He's just like constantly keeping this belt on because
Wearing
like
it.
that's what's
Yeah.
protecting him. This is what protecting him. That's what's being driven home, right? And so it's like the very
Yeah.
end, and they are the armies are coming in, and he's like, "Fuck this! I've had enough with this belt." You know, like fuck this shit. You know, and he's like
Yeah.
pulling it out. It's also like it's a brutal scene, right? Like because it's kind of like part of
Yeah.
his body almost. He's like ripping it out of him, you know, himself. And like as he rips it out, like his head falls off, right?
His head falls off, yeah.
Yeah. And we are transported back to the chapel, right? We're
Yeah.
like, what? What? This was all a fever dream? Oh, you got me there. Holy shit. Okay. And then he's like, wait. Because he and like this is the point. Let me tell me if you agree, right? He's holding on to this like thing, and he's not being honorable. Like, you know, he stole the that belt anyways, and he's
Yeah.
just like, this is like, I'm going to trick the Green Knight. I said I was going to take his blow back, but I have this magic, you know, ha ha ha, like kind of
Yeah.
thing. And he's like, okay, to be like an honorable person, he's like, well, I said I would do this. I have to take this off. And he's like, wait a second. He takes off the belt and it's like, okay, you can do it now, right? And
Yeah.
so, and that's basically that's what the game was, I guess, ultimately, right? Like we're kind of like led to believe it's like, yes, he has this growing up to do. He does this growing up, and he's honorable. And so the Green Knight, instead of beheading him, he's like, you did it. You figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's my interpretation of this. Like this is like we're getting the good ending. You know, we got the bad ending. You know, because he did all the wrong decisions in this heavy rain
Yeah.
kind of game, and now we're getting the good ending. He's like, he's an honorable man, and he's yeah. The Green Knight rewards him for it by not taking his head, just like, you know, touching him softly on the cheek, on the neck.
Mm.
Yeah, which I mean, it makes sense in a way too. Like this is probably the outcome the bomb wanted if she likes him. You know, she's like, he doesn't want everything to go bad, right? So I think
Yeah.
this
I
was
I don't
basically.
know. I thought it was like ambiguous about whether or not he actually ends up getting his head cut in
You
it.
think? No, I don't think so. Really? I mean, it's interesting, but to me, like he clearly does not like. He's like, you did it. You did well. Like I'm just like, this is what I'm returning to you because you really didn't do anything to me anyways. I'm just like touching you. Which I think in the original is also like he does not get beheaded. I think.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He says off with your head and then it kind of ends, right?
It's sort of.
But is that what he was just saying that like ha with your head?
I mean, I
But
guess it
because he
is.
was honorable, he doesn't actually do it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, and we have like this after scene with like that girl
Yeah.
finding the crown or whatever, which I guess is his daughter, is like implied. I feel like that's
Yeah.
my reading. Like I was like very happy ending now. I don't know. You're
Oh,
right. Maybe you had like
no.
a.
I think
It's
it
like.
could go either way. I had a more like he wasted his entire year and didn't actually do anything. That was mine. Maybe it's because that's where my headspace is at. I was like,
Mm,
and then he gives up at the end and it submits to like this is what his life was, and
oh, no,
you
interesting,
know
interesting. No,
he's more interested in going out with a better legacy of actually committing to what he was going to do than going back home and living that life.
That's an interesting. I mean, I read it completely differently. Like I was
Oh,
like he did the finally he did the growing up he needed to do.
yeah,
Like
I mean, I can definitely see that.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Like you're like shucking off the belt like that his mommy gave him. He's standing on his
yeah,
own 2 feet. That's showing him like growing up and he's
yeah.
about to start his life, you know.
That's that's so interesting though. Like I just assumed like this is what was is that the last scene? Him just like the Green Knight
Thought it
touching his head,
was.
being like off with his head.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to rewatch it
Yeah,
now.
yeah, damn it. We need to do a whole new
Again,
episode.
a
Terrible.
whole new episode. Oh no. Let me
Yeah.
give me
No,
one
but
second. I'm gonna rewatch the ending. I want to see
okay.
the end scene.
That's what I was gonna do
Let's
as well.
see. I don't. Maybe I was just reading into it because
I mean, you said
again,
like
that's just where my headspace is.
it hit it hit home. You said right.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right,
He
let me see.
removes
I
this.
will also do it so you don't lie to me. Because I know how women are. I learned from a scene there. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. We will give you a sash and then
Yeah.
masturbate you onto it.
In front of your grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like the other thing, like, like, okay, that's not here or there, right? But like the
Yeah.
grandma thing, that needs consent. I think you're right. Yeah. It's just the last scene.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It does
So it
feel
is
well
left
done.
ambiguous. That's true. Which makes sense. I mean, we're completely like interpreting it different ways, but mine is very optimistic.
Maybe that's where you're at in life right now.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe things can get better. We just
Yeah.
take off the green belt.
Yeah. Well,
Dash.
well, no. See, I thought it was like, oh, this was it. That was end. He gets his head off. But he did what he set out to do.
I
He kept
suppose, yeah.
his word, and his legacy will be that, he did this thing and people will
Hmm.
talk about him for ages.
I mean, that's
That was
also an
how I
interesting like
interpreted it.
interpretation. It's like it's positive because like his legacy is like okay. That's a yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Hmm.
what do you think is important? I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, going
I
back to
mean,
that thing, like, is it not okay to just settle to do good things rather than great things?
yeah. I mean, that is
Like,
definitely a thing. So here's how I interpreted it. I mean, I kind of said this, but like I think the last scene, the Green Knight
mhm,
turns from being like this menacing figure
mhm,
to being a very kindly, like almost fatherly figure, right?
yeah,
That's also why I was like, you did it, you passed the test. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like now go hop off, kind of situation.
mm,
But like, I mean, you're right.
mm.
Like he does say, no, off with your
I
head.
don't know. I think because also the lady in the castle, she's talking about like the nature and stuff, and how in the end, it's always gonna win. You're gonna die. It's
Mm,
always gonna win. There's no escaping that.
that's
So
true.
that was another reason I kind of went with that interpretation. Like, of course he's gonna win. He's part of nature. You
Right.
know, we die, nature lives on. You
Huh.
know.
No, yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm
Hmm.
gonna take that on, but I'll accept it as a possibility.
I will accept yours as a possibility too. I
Yeah.
do think because there is like a lot of symbolism, like you said, about growing up and like even starting out on the journey, like you said, with the children following him and then going through and having his naivete and everything
Yeah. Here's
with
what I think
the
happened, yeah?
scavengers and thing. Yeah.
He does not get his head cut off. It's just a symbolic head cut off. He goes back. And he's a
Mm.
good king now. He he makes the prostitute his lady. It's like it's a real like there's a sequel that's basically
Sequel.
what what's that movie Pretty Woman? Yeah. That's
Ah, yeah,
basically what we're
yeah.
seeing, yeah. Like she
I see.
he lets her buy like the nicest silks, and is that kind of thing. And that girl at the
Hmm.
very end who gets the crown is his daughter in this timeline.
Hmm.
you know, and we're seeing it's hopeful. That's my interpretation. It's canon now. Okay. Did we like this movie? Does it sound like we liked it?
Oh, I love this movie. I think it's so pretty.
I
It's
know
such a
it's so
pretty
good.
movie.
I want to
It's
watch
very beautiful.
more movies by that guy now. Although I think they might be a little bit different, but still, like, I don't.
There is actually one I want to watch by Lowry. It's called the Ghost movie. What is it called?
Yeah, that's the one I was also interested in. Yeah,
Yeah, I really want to, and I think it was done by the same cinematographer as well.
yeah,
Look, and he hasn't really done all that many. I thought for like someone that who's relatively young and hasn't done that many movies, like it's very well done.
yeah. No, definitely. Like, I mean, it looks so much better than most anything
Oh
you
yeah,
see nowadays. Like, it's just wish I had seen that in the cinema, to be honest.
yeah, I do too. I think it was around the time of COVID. I
Yeah,
remember watching it at home around Christmas time. It
mm.
was because it's a Christmas film. Because
Right.
it's
Yeah,
set at
like Die
Christmas
Hard.
time.
Right.
It's so
Exactly.
cheerful. Yeah, exactly. And I remember watching it and being like, it's like very, the ambiance of it
Yeah,
was very cozy, kind of.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
you
I was
go
kind
from
of
like
like I feel like I was very down on like modern movies for a while, but I think like I should probably
oh,
just needed to find like look a
better
bit more.
movies.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
there's
just have
great
to do a
movies
bit of
coming out
work.
nowadays.
I mean,
Yeah,
what we watched, this is also by, what is it called? A24 or whatever, or A26,
yeah.
I forget.
A24. I enjoy a lot of their movies, to be
Yeah,
honest.
there's a lot of really good ones. I noticed that too.
Like
Like, it's maybe
Eddington, we were talking about.
you want to
Eddington,
watch
I
that
think, is
too.
an
Yeah.
A24. Yeah, that's a great movie. Weapons, I think, was an A24 movie. That was also quite good.
Yeah.
I would recommend that one. That one
So
was,
maybe I
I saw
just
that
need
one in
to
the cinema.
watch more by them, and then like whatever the Lady Macbeth movie was great too. So I don't
Like,
know. I
if you
just need
like
to. Yep.
independent films, but independent films that have like bigger releases, A24 is kind of the way to go. I feel
Yeah.
like they take more risk with the films they choose to release.
Mm. And they get like they
Mhm.
get like a lot of accolades lately too, right? Like Oscars and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have started to. And I
Yeah.
think this movie that we watched, like, it didn't like do all that well with like audiences because it is kind of a slower paced movie compared to other things.
Stupid
Like it got
audiences.
really Yeah, it got really good reviews from critics, I think. Which that kind of happens a lot with A24 movies sometimes. There's like either the ones that like become really big hits, like Hereditary, because it's like so shocking, or the ones that like that people don't really vibe with, but
The critics
you
love.
know, critics love. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they make enough money and to do it, that's so great. I mean, it's good. Yeah, I want to watch more movies anyways. So, are
Mhm.
you rating it or are you not rating it?
Uh, I would say I enjoyed it. I'm gonna see what I rated it on Letterboxd
I mean, it's like
already.
head
I
to
would
head with Lady Macbeth right now, which makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
I would say
Very
like, yeah, 4 or 4.5, probably.
4 or 4.5. Oh, that's a spread.
Yeah. I mean, it's like really pretty on top of, I mean, the story's like, you know, really old, so it's hard to, but I think it was
I mean, it's
handled
super.
really well.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like it was very modern. You can take a lot of this away from it too, right? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah. It was like a adaptation that really worked for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
quite
haven't
like that.
rated it yet. I'm actually gonna give it 4 stars,
Oh, okay.
I which means I really
Cause
enjoyed
of
it.
cause of sexism, because Lady Macbeth is
'Cause
has a
because of sexism, yeah.
yeah.
It has a hot woman in it, yeah.
Yeah. No, I was more like, like because Lady Macbeth has like, a female protagonist, like it gets 0.5 stars more. I see how it is.
But no, yeah, I do think both movies had really great cinematographers. Both
Mm.
movies had really good leads for the and side, well, actually, to be honest, yeah. But like well-rounded cast. even though, we don't follow a ton of the others in this one. I do
That's
think
true. Yeah.
everyone did a good job.
No, no, definitely. Like I feel.
So,
I mean, I guess you thought that like the ghost lady stood out a little bit, but
mhm.
even so, I
Yeah,
thought
that
everyone
I
was
think
kind of
that's my own hang up. I don't know. I don't know.
not a fan.
I saw her in a Marvel TV show.
Yeah.
She was
Who is?
in Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
All right. I haven't
and
seen
she
that.
plays like the bad. I didn't really like her in that either.
I see.
I don't know
It's just
what it is.
personal
Yeah.
animosity.
Yeah, personal. It's a beef we have going that's only one sided because she doesn't know who I am, but
Oh, okay.
it's on site.
But that's probably just because you didn't like tweet enough terrible things at her yet.
Maybe. Give me time.
Exactly.
I have to make a Twitter account again.
Or blue sky. Maybe she's blue skying in. I don't know.
Mm, what do you give
Okay.
it? Uh,
I
2 thumbs up?
definitely
One
thumbs up.
thumbs up?
I think I'll stay with
Only
one
one?
thumbs up.
Well,
Yeah.
very well. What would get like a 2 thumbs up from you? What's your 2 thumbs up movie?
I refuse to do two thumbs up because then I'm starting to get into a rating. Like, because I mean these are all just like uh you can just look at it numerically, right? Like you're opening up 4.5 stars, so we're at least going out of 10, right? I would say. Yeah.
Dare you?
And so I'm going like thumbs up or thumbs down. Or I mean I guess I could go also neutral. So I'm going out of 3 here already, right? Now I'm doing double thumbs
Mm,
up. Do I do double thumbs down? How do I justify this? Who do I justify this to? I don't know.
yourself?
Yeah. So that's why I think I got to stick with my three kind of thing. It's like, yes, yes, no, maybe. That's all I can possibly do. And this is a yes.
Mm.
I
Well,
don't
interesting.
I mean I really don't want to watch maybes or no's. So I'm kind of picky about what I watch.
See, like I can have a poorly rated movie that
Mm,
I like.
right. No, that can no. Impossible.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I
Like
guess like in theory, I can understand why this happens. What would be an example?
like I mean, like say The Mummy. I
Right.
love that movie. It's not like a great movie.
Yeah, yeah. No,
There's a
I
lot
get
of
what you
things
mean.
wrong with it, but I love the movie. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the mummy's okay. I'd possibly give it a thumbs up. I don't know.
you have to watch it again.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again.
Uh, but like say like a perfect movie, one that gets 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
There's only like a handful of those that I know of, and one of them's The Thing with
I
Kurt
haven't
Russell.
seen that. Oh my god.
You haven't seen The Thing?
Yeah. I've seen the
It's
ending.
literally a perfect movie. You've seen the ending.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mm.
I'm glad we're going on this journey because you need to watch The Thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
to watch. Have you seen The Banshees of Inisherin?
No, but I do want to watch that. Yeah.
It's a brilliant film. That's another 5 out.
Really that good? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's watch that. I want to see that for sure.
Yeah, but you have to watch The Thing. It's a classic. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
you
know.
haven't
I
seen it.
know. My
Did you see the
education.
terrible
No, I've not seen that either. No.
Flash? It turns out it was before The Thing the whole time. Actually, The
Oh.
Thing is a remake, technically. The 1950s one I haven't seen, actually. So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
You
no, it's great.
you decided which one's the one for you, and the other ones don't.
I do, yeah. Also, a Christmas movie. Yeah,
Is it? No.
yeah, yeah.
I
Maybe we'll
noticed it's a
save it for
snow
Christmas.
movie, but
Yeah.
cool, cool.
Well, I mean, cozy, cabin fever type movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, definitely. Our list is growing longer and longer.
Excellent.
Okay, so should we call it quits here?
Indeed. Okay.
All
Well, I
right.
had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Good
I enjoyed
movies.
that. Double feature, very good. Like they used to do.
Exactly.
So
All right. Well,
bye.
bye.